Good day, children. Today we are going to be discussing shopping, everyone's favorite thing to do when you have money. And the topic is also monetary incentives. Quick reminder, this section may not look familiar to you because it is not in the first workbook. This section is in the second workbook. It's in Chapter 10, Lesson 5, page 803. So remember when you come into class tomorrow to either bring all these pages for this section or to bring your entire second workbook because that's what's going to be used. So let's go ahead and talk about monetary incentives. Now, first of all, we have to define what the word monetary incentive means. The word monetary that we have over here has to do with the word money. So that's one way to kind of, easy way to remember that. Monetary has to do with money. Incentive is usually some kind of bonus or perk or something really good. So basically, what you're going to be doing is talking about what are the best ways to spend your money. Another way to explain it is also called the financial reason to buy something. Usually if something's cheaper or you get more for a certain price are financial reasons to buy something. One type of monetary incentive is a sale, something that we all love to hear, especially right after Thanksgiving. And here in this first example, we have a couple of ways that we're going to apply our knowledge now of percents to sales. So let's go ahead and look at our first question. Now, our first question has to do with these two signs up here. Our first sign says we have a sale. We can get 15 pounds of wagon train dog food for $24.50 a bag. And right now the special is buy one, get one bag free. That's a pretty good deal. Over here at our second place, we have a sale at Tall Tales. They have dog food, the Tall Tale brand dog food is a 15-pound bag, just like our first one, so we're getting the same amounts of dog food. Here it just says 15% off the regular price. And the original price or regular price means the same thing, is $14. So our first question asks us, if Emma buys 2 bags of wagon train dog food, how much will she pay altogether? Well, we know if we buy 1 bag, we get our second bag free. So all we have to do is pay for is the first initial bag, which is $24.50. So there's our first entry here. Because we get 2 bags for the price of 1, that's the special. Now, if we try to buy the Tall Tale, let me read the second question correctly first. What is the average cost per bag of wagon train? Round to the nearest cent. Average cost, that means if we're getting 2 bags for $24.50, then how much would 1 bag cost? So what we have to do is take our $24.50 and divide it by 2, cut everything in half. Well, I know half of $24 is $12, and I know half of 50 cents is 25 cents. So basically, it's kind of like we're getting 2 bags and paying $12.25 for each one. All right, still not a bad deal. Now let's go and compare it to our other. If Emma buys 2 bags of Tall Tale is our second one over here, how much will she pay altogether? Well, we know that each bag is $14, but she gets a 15% off discount. So right now, we need to know, let me go ahead and erase this, what is 15% of $14? Because we need to know how much we're going to discount. So here, we're going to make a little equation here. We know that we never deal mathematically with percents with the percent sign on them. We turn them into decimals. So if I move the decimal twice, I get 0.15. I told you guys the other day that the word of in word problems means to multiply. And then now we multiply it times 14. So what is 15% of 14? I'm going to go ahead and do some quick math here. And when I do that, I get 2.1, which means we save $2.10. So if I take our $14 regular price bag and I subtract $2.10, I now get, 14 minus 210 is $11.90. That's not too bad a deal. Now this is the price we pay for 1 bag. If we're paying for 2 bags, then we just simply multiply that sale price times 2, and we get $23.80. Excuse my writing, my mess. Your paper will look a lot nicer. So 2 bags will cost us $23.80. But 2 bags at the first store cost us $24.50. Let's keep that in mind. Now our last question is, what is the cost per bag of Tall Tale dog food? We found that already, and that was $11.90. So the question is, If the nutritional value of each dog food is the same, that means that they're both just as healthy for your dog, then which one is the best bargain or better deal? Well, if we're buying 2 bags, then the best deal is to get the Wagon Train because, actually, no, excuse me, I read my numbers wrong. The best deal is to get the Tall Tale because 2 bags cost us $23.80, whereas the buy one, get one free special over here, we still pay $24.50. That's about 70 cents more. So the better buy is Wagon Train, and you can go ahead and explain that in your own words down here. Now let's go ahead and go to the next page, and we'll be almost done with this really short lesson. There's good news for you guys because it's been a long week back. Now, beginning on the top of page 804, we have analyze and compare monetary incentives. That means we're going to get different kinds of sales, deals, discounts, whatever it is, and we need to compare to figure out which one is the better buy when we're buying stuff. So we have here, one type of monetary incentive is a rebate, which is a partial return or refund on an amount paid. Usually with rebates, they're a great deal, but most rebates you have to like mail them in and you get your money back later. But either way, that's still money in your pocket that you didn't have before. So rebates are a great thing to have whenever you get a chance. Another type of monetary incentive you get, I don't know why there's no word here, is a coupon. A voucher entitling its user to a cash refund. That usually means you get a certain amount of money off. I wouldn't say it's a refund because you're not getting money back in your hands. You're just not being charged a certain amount most of the time. And we're all familiar with coupons. So we have some examples here, and they are all multi-step, which means more than one thing is happening. So here, I'm going to go ahead and like I always do, I'm going to kind of blank out everything that's mentioned here, and then just focus on what's being asked based on the information that we're given. So I'll kind of work this way for number 1. All right, so continuing on. It says determine the cost after the rebate is applied. So cut it out is like a yard cleaning service, I suppose. And here you have an electric weed puller that you can use. They'll give you a 15% rebate off of the original price of $120. So our question is, what is 15% of $120? We need to know how much that is going to be that we take off in money. So 15%, we don't leave percents with the percent sign, we turn them into decimals, and that becomes 0.15. The word of means to multiply, and then we multiply times 120. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply these two numbers pretty quickly. You guys already know how to multiply. So to save time, I worked it out already, and 120 times 0.15 is $18 in this case. So this is how much our discount is. Now, that's not the answer to our whole problem because we want to know the cost after the rebate is applied. So if I had $120 for my yard service, I use this rebate and I get $18 knocked off, I'm going to subtract then. And that means I'm only paying now a total of $102. So that's why it was multi-step. We had to figure out the actual rebate amount first and then subtract that from our original price. That's how this example works. Not too complicated, I don't believe. Let's go ahead and move down to our next example. And here, now, we are asked to compare the incentives to determine the better bargain. So we're going to be looking at both of these to figure out which one is the better deal overall. So let's go ahead and blank this out and start analyzing our work. Here we have clean carpets, carpet cleaner, for 12 ounces. Now, it's always important that when you're comparing two things to compare everything, especially the amounts of stuff you're getting or using. And luckily, we have the same amount here. So we know we're getting the exact same amount of the same kind of thing. Both of these products are carpet cleaners. One's called Clean Carpets, one's called Magic Carpet. Now for the clean carpets, we know that we get $1.50 off the $4.99 price. So I would take the $4.99 regular price and subtract $1.50 to get my total price for this bottle. When I subtract $4.99 minus $1.50, I get $3.49. Okay, that's how much it is for one bottle here, per bottle. It's kind of like our unit rate, to go back to some terms we already used. Now here, we get 25% off the $4.99 retail price. So we need to know what is 25% of $4.99. Remember, percents always turn to decimals, 0.25. The word of means to multiply, and then times our amount, $4.99. I went ahead and did the math already quickly for this, and $4.99 times 0.25 equals about $1.25. It does go on a little longer, but I round it to the nearest hundredths place, as you do with money, because money goes to the hundredths place. So we're going to be saving $1.25. So I take that $4.99, I subtract the $1.25, and we can already see that the amount I'm subtracting from here is less than the amount I subtracted over here, so we can already tell the better buy, but let's go ahead and just finish the problem anyways. So $4.99 minus $1.25 is $3.74 per bottle. So if we want to know which is the better bargain, for the same amount of liquid, for the same kind of thing that does the same exact job, we know that Clean Carpets is the better buy because it's cheaper per bottle than the Magic Carpet. And this is very popular. This is pretty much what happens with all kinds of products. Whenever you have more than one kind of product, almost always one will be a little cheaper, and it kind of boils down to what your preference is. You know, this isn't a lot of big money difference, so if someone was a big Magic Carpet devoted fan, they would probably keep buying it regardless. And we tend to do that a lot. But mathematically speaking, just looking at the pure numbers, the Clean Carpet bottle is the better buy compared to Magic Carpet. Especially since we have the same exact amount that we're getting. It's always important to check your amounts. The remainder of your assignment is to do the Goddets A, B, and C. After you've done these Goddets, you're going to go ahead and go to the next page and work on the independent practice, because there is no guided practice for this section. And you're going to work on numbers 1 through 7, actually 1 through 6 only, remembering that the odd numbered ones, which are 1, 3, 5, and 7, excuse me, we're going to skip that one. 1, 3, and 5 are all in the back of the book. So use this to help you do your work for numbers 2, 4, and 6. Good luck, and as always, if you have any questions, come in before or after school to see any of your math teachers for help. All right? Have a good day, guys.